With so many reviews about this battery already out there, what makes this one any different? For starters, I'm going to focus on various use cases to help you establish whether or not you actually need it. Ignoring the fact that it's hands down the most aesthetically pleasing V-mount solution out there, we'll take a look at the practical use cases and how it will apply to your own workflow. Now this video is sponsored by SMALLRIG, but it's also the reason my review is so late. On paper, it's either drastically cheaper or in a similar price class compared to batteries in the same capacity range, except the VB212 has a ton of extra perks, so I wanted to make sure it's battle tested. After 6 months of rigorous use, both on and off set, I can confidently vouch for it, and I hope to help you make an informed decision. The first question you have to ask yourself before buying this battery is, do you fly a lot? If you mostly get on planes for projects and do require a good V-mount solution, I would suggest giving this one a skip and looking at the smaller VB99, since that is globally accepted as the maximum and I've never had any issues flying with those. If you don't fly as much, the next question is, how often do you rig up your camera? If the answer is often, I can 100% recommend this battery for every single use case. With a massive load capacity of 212 watt also comes the extra weight and size. Although it's still smaller than alternative batteries in this power range, it's quite beefy and will add significant weight to your rig. For the work that I do, this is only a good thing, because a heavier rig will always bring more stability when filming handheld. The only time I would prefer a lighter setup is if I'm shooting something adventurous or travel related, where the weight will slow you down, or if I'm shooting in public and I want to be inconspicuous, drawing the least attention to myself as possible. This battery is a double whammy in that it naturally adds more weight to the rig, but also makes everything last that much longer. If I'm just powering my FX3 and my Ninja 5, it will easily handle a 12-hour shoot on a single charge with some extra juice left. Just pick up and shoot. If you want to power additional accessories like display transmitters and focus motors, you will get through a full 12-hour shoot with at least 50% left in the second battery. But let's face it, the large capacity is surely not the only reason why this battery is so special. The thing that sets the VB212 apart from traditional V-mount solutions is all the extra ports integrated into the battery, with the 2 USB-Cs being my favorite. So this leads me to the next question. Do you actually need those USB-C ports? I certainly do. If I connect my Atomos Ninja and DJI transmitter via the 2 D-taps on opposite sides, I still need to power my FX3, which runs on USB-C. I prefer the camera's USB-C port over using dummy batteries, because this way the camera won't switch off if for some reason the battery runs out or the cable disconnects, because the battery inside will take over. On top of that, I've been loving the DJI Focus Pro, using it on almost every production, even with the focus puller. The only problem with the Focus Pro is that the batteries don't last long enough, but this is easily solved by using an angled USB-C cable that will eliminate the need to charge and swap the DJI batteries. Now, I'm well aware that you get battery plates that offer more ports on the plate, but having USB-C on the battery means that you can get it fully charged in under 2 hours without the need for an additional V-mount charger. The next question you can ask yourself, do you edit on a laptop? I personally use a MacBook Pro M2 Max as my main system, and I often work remotely where power is not always accessible. One of my favorite cafes where I like to work only has one plug, which means if you don't get the good table, you're stuck without power. The SMALLRIG VB212 is a fantastic power solution that can simultaneously charge multiple devices, and it works incredibly well on Apple Silicon systems, with the battery outputting power at 140 watts, which is exactly how fast the included Mac charger can perform. With a single battery, I'm able to power my MacBook Pro for up to 9 hours before it goes to battery. And here I'm not talking about browsing, but full on editing, grading and rendering. That's a full day's work with a battery small enough to fit in your laptop bag. Fantastic build quality aside, The VB212 also has an intelligent display that indicates which port is drawing how much energy, unlike traditional V-mounts where you just see a few lights and have to guess how long you can still use it. For some, this might be an expensive buy, but if you start comparing it with top-tier batteries used in the commercial and cinema world, you will understand why everyone is fussing about it. The VB212 certainly has my stamp of approval, and I commend Caleb Pike for this fantastic collaboration with SMALLRIG.